This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. What's happening? It is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. I have yet to jump in on the YouTube live chat. Grande, Brown Man, good afternoon. Are you guys in on the YouTube live chat right now?
I'm over there.
You all up in there?
I'm over there. Over there.
Yeah. How's it going so far? I mean,
I checked in with a shout.
Yeah.
Shout out. I see B. Thompson in there, Terry Williams in there, Anthony Avila in there, Greg Dineen. I think that's the name, Dinneen.
Mm-hmm.
David P. Christian Hogan. Shout outs. All the shout outs.
Shout out to everybody. Christian Hogan shouting out saying, "How's it, great friends? It's going really well." Do we like this, guys?
David T.
Do we like the go live on YouTube thing before we get on radio? What do you guys think?
I like the idea, but I mean, it totally depends on what we're going to do and how long we're going to do it. I don't want to do it for 50 minutes.
All right. Well, listen, we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. We have a very, very short show today because on radio, we are going to the World Series. So isn't it kind of an interesting thing, Browner? I see you're wearing your brown NLCS hoodie today. If the Padres would have beaten the Philadelphia Phillies, and obviously it wasn't close because Philadelphia won that thing convincingly, today we would be starting the World Series, and the Padres, in theory, would be in Houston today. Can you imagine, like, the excitement of what was happening last week?
Oh, man.
And then the disappointment of what happened on Sunday, losing and getting knocked the road and beating the Dodgers when the Dodgers owned the Padres all season long. And then you get to the NLCS and it just sort of falls off a cliff. And then today we get to the start of the World Series and you realize I'd forgotten about baseball for the entire week, but the World Series is starting. And man, the Padres were this freaking close to going to the World Series. That's all we'd be thinking about right now. And we'd be stoked that we'd be airing it on radio. As it turns out, we're airing the World Series on radio anyway. And we'll kind of see how that goes.
This place would be on fire. Like literally the weather being beautiful outside today. So it would be Padre Brown everywhere. Folks can't wait to get off work for this 5 o'clock start for people to just literally root their hearts out. Root their hearts out.
I know. It's hard to believe, man. I mean, the whole baseball season came to this drastic end on Sunday. We've not had any World Series games Monday through here. Today is Friday. The World Series gets going tonight. We are airing the whole thing on radio. And if the Padres were in it, not only would this town be going nuts, I'd feel super stoked about airing the World Series on radio. As it turns out, I think, Alex, you may have made the best point, which was, dude, 1090 has been the sports station of San Diego for the last 20 years. And so if you are the sports station and you've got to deal with ESPN and you can air the World Series like the NBA Finals or like NFL football on Sunday, whatever, you should probably go ahead and air those games. So that's why the decision was made.
Yeah, you air what you got. Show off what you got. But it's like it is. I kind of missed what you guys were saying there in the beginning, but I think I caught on. Like it is kind of a bummer, you know. But I wonder, whoever loses this World Series, I wonder if they'll complain. Well, we had 4 days off.
Oh God!
Was that just the Dodgers? Was that just the Dodgers?
I'm
sorry.
No, it wasn't just the Dodgers because even
Braves.
The Braves complain. How about the Guardians? Wait a second. They stopped us from playing that game, and then because they gave us an extra day, the Yankees got their pitcher back, and he had the rest. And guys, everybody's going through the same thing. But
yeah, but I don't think we're going to hear that, regardless of who loses this series. That was just an excuse for the big dogs getting knocked out, I guess. But tonight, all in on the Phillies, guys. I don't know how you guys feel, but I can't root for that team in Houston. I can't.
No, I'm in. I'm all in on Philadelphia. Also, I had a lot of friends from Philly that are Phillies fans that were hitting me up during the Phillies Padres series, making bets with me, and I want the Phillies to win because if the Phillies win, I think it makes the Padres' accomplishment of making it to the NLCS that much better.
I don't
And
care
I
who
and I
wins.
also and I love underdogs. You know,
That's true. I actually don't care
I
who
don't care
wins,
who wins,
but
man.
I would rather the Phillies.
We not playing. I don't care.
yeah, well, when you say you don't care, I don't care either, as in I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a
Right.
horse in the race and any other cliche you can come up with. But if you ask me who would you be rooting for, my answer would be
Right.
Philadelphia.
Right.
I'm rooting for the Astros.
Yeah.
If I had to root, I would root for the Astros. I like a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good villain. We don't give villains enough credit. I love a good villain. I would root for the Astros.
Without villains, there are no superheroes, Browner.
Exactly. So give me the villain. In this particular situation where it doesn't matter to me who wins, give me the villain 100%.
Oh, let me ask LA Cap one question.
Go
East
ahead.
side.
Friday night,
Yep.
you got options.
Tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
5:00
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You got the World Series Game 1,
Okay.
and you got Lakers at Timberwolves.
Okay.
What gets your attention tonight? if you're at
Lakers
home?
Timberwolves would definitely get my attention, but I'm not going to be watching that game live. I will watch it on tape, but I won't watch it live.
Here's my thing
Yeah.
with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
What we're rooting for:
Mm-hmm.
0-10 start.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Now this is from a huge Laker fan. Why are you rooting for an
No.
0-10 start?
It's what they deserve.
No.
That's what they deserve, huh? That's what they got coming to them.
It is. It's an embarrassment. I mean, nothing against what I'm about to say about Lonnie Walker,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a damn embarrassment that when you watch a Laker game,
Mm-hmm.
that he's the best player for the Lakers.
Well, he's trying the hardest.
You know what's really embarrassing for the Lakers is when we talk about the level of talent. When Lonnie Walker looks like the most explosive athlete in purple and gold,
Mm-hmm.
that tells you the quality of player that the
Yes.
Lakers have on their team.
Yes.
Because Greg Popovich, the best coach in basketball right now, maybe let him walk for free.
Mm-hmm.
And he is by far the best athlete on the team. So, anyways, tonight I'm watching neither.
Date night tonight for you, probably, right?
Wedding is getting real. So, in-laws in town.
Oh,
So I don't know what I got going on for me today.
I gotta put
Yeah.
my suit. I gotta take my suit to the cleaners.
I'm picking it up today.
I got to figure out what I'm wearing to your wedding. I have no idea because I don't think I can fit into any of my suits. Like, put it this way, I don't think I can button any of the pants in any of my suits.
Just get new pants.
Yeah, maybe I'll just wear a pair of pants that I can actually fit into, and I'll wear a sport jacket. I'm not going to wear a suit. I'm just too fat.
Yeah, man. Live your best life, dog.
Yeah,
I gotta get some shoes too.
yeah, I'm feeling you.
I realized, so I'm going black suit,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized there's these really modern looking brown shoes, right? These brown shoes, they just look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you find that exact pair of brown shoes in black, and it just looks like a dad shoe.
Yeah.
No matter what you get,
Mhm.
black shoes are just dad shoes.
Yeah.
And I went to 8 stores to find a decent pair of shoes, and I still don't know if I accomplished, but I bought one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude, black shoes are rough.
Yeah.
Dude, comfort in a shoe like that is so hard to find as well.
Yeah.
I have just
I chose
completely
comfort over look.
Yeah, I've just completely gone into sneakers. Like, I literally don't wear anything other than slip-on sneakers now.
I got a
Slip-on
pair of
sneakers?
those. I got a pair of
slip-ons.
those Charles Barkley. You know how he rocks tennis shoes with his suits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like dress tennis shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a pair of those, and I was like, I can't pull this off for the wedding.
Yeah.
How much were they?
No way. Like $100.
I'm thinking about that's
Dude.
what I was looking for. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
getting some of those too.
Dude, I got some of those. Like, I think they're
Aldo, dog.
Oh, really, Aldo?
Aldo at the outlets. They had a bunch of those styles.
Okay.
I went to the outlets up in Carlsbad, and I think I went to, I don't know if it's a Kenneth Cole. I don't think that's the brand. I'm trying to, they kind of look like dress shoes, but they're sneakers, and they're kind of like
Mhm.
Nike. They're like a Nike subsidiary. I don't remember what they're called. I
Mhm.
bought them because I thought they looked kind of cool. They're sort of like, they look like wingtip shoes,
Okay.
but they're clothy. And then they've got like the sneaker bottom. These shoes suck. They are the worst. And I had like a black pair, a blue pair, and like a grayish pair. And I
Yeah.
swear to you, I will never, ever, ever wear these shoes again. They are the worst. They suck. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we got a lot to get to.
Well, you have
What?
9 days, dude.
I
So
know.
You got time.
I know. I got time for the wedding. All right, look, we have a lot to get to in a very, very short amount of time. We are in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. We are going directly into the World Series. So for anybody that's listening on 1090 on radio this afternoon, we're going right into the World Series at the top of the 4 o'clock hour pregame. And then it's the actual call of the Phillies and the Astros. I want to start off this afternoon, though, talking very hyper locally. Okay.
Uh-oh. This is what I
So,
think it's about.
well, it depends. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. This weekend, and I've said this ever since the Chargers moved to LA and before the Padres were good, I would always say this. If you want big time sports, you have to be willing to drive to LA. That's just the way it was. I mean, you can get Major League Baseball here in San Diego, but everything else you have to drive to LA. So, for example, this Sunday, the LAFC is playing in the Western Conference Finals, and that game is at noon on Sunday. At 1 o'clock, the Rams and the 49ers kick off over at SoFi Stadium, and then later that night, the Lakers play at Crypto. And that's just 3 teams that are on my radar. I mean, forget about like every night there's something going on. Like the Kings are playing or the Clippers are playing. If you want big time pro sports out,
You said big time.
let me rephrase that.
What's wrong? Why you gotta always do that? The who's
For
better?
what?
What are you talking about, Bronner?
He said why? Because you said Kings and Clippers. I don't know why you saved those 2 for last, but whatever.
But what?
But what?
But what?
Why would you save the Clippers for last?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what's on my radar, dude. It has nothing to do with an order. It's not a preconceived order.
Okay.
All right. My radar is that LAFC is playing the Western Conference Finals on Sunday afternoon. The Rams and the Niners are playing a little bit later on, and then the Lakers are playing. Those 3 sporting events were on my radar. My point is there's always something going on. If you want big time sports and you are a San Diego person, you have to drive until the Padres became big time this past season. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the Rams Niners game, I think, on Sunday. And then didn't you guys say we were all going to go to a Rams game? I'm trying to remember. I think it was like November 13th. Doesn't that sound about right when you come back from your week, Alex?
Yeah, I got to figure it out. I forget which one.
Okay. Here's why I bring this all. This is why I bring this up. Because today and yesterday, there's been a report here in San Diego that San Diego is now apparently like this close to getting a Major League Soccer team. And I think
Heard that before.
Well, true. However, the difference between what you've heard in the past versus today, Alex,
Money.
it's to me, it's not money.
Oh.
Ooh.
To me, it's not money. It's facility. In other words,
Well, yeah.
words, if the NFL wanted to add a team and they considered San Diego, the question they'd have is where are they going to play? There's no football stadium for an NFL team to play in San Diego. Several years ago, when there was talk of an MLS team coming to San Diego, there really wasn't a soccer stadium to accommodate them. But the fact of the matter is, now with Snapdragon Stadium, where San Diego State calls home and where soccer has been played with the NWSL, there is a legitimate stadium and facility for an MLS team to call home. So if you're the MLS and you've been trying to get into the San Diego market, but there hasn't been a proper facility, well, guess what? There is today. And so for all this talk about the MLS expanding, and now it's Saquon with this partner, this Egyptian billionaire, and they are apparently trying to get the next expansion franchise because there's a facility to house them. Dude, think about that. If you wanted to go to an MLS game this weekend because you're a big soccer fan and it's a huge event, Western Conference Finals, you got to drive up to downtown LA. But now it seems like San Diego's this close to getting an MLS team. For you, Browner, I'm sure this doesn't mean jack squat for you.
Zero, baby.
But for you, Grande, I'm guessing this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah. I might have forwarded that article to a lot of people last night. Very much excited about that. I think that whatever future sporting teams come to San Diego, you can point to 2022 and give them a big old thank you, because what the Padres fans did in attending Padres games all year long and what they did in the playoffs for those few games that were at Petco, that's really showing the country like how committed this city can be to their sports teams. What the San Diego Wave did breaking the regular season record with 34,000 people in attendance for their first game, and then outdrawing every single MLS team in their own playoff game, the San Diego Wave. It really has to open the eyes. I mean, Don Garber has always wanted to be in San Diego. That's just like a fact. But now you're showing the country what kind of fans this city really has. All that talk about like, oh, we didn't support the Chargers. We never supported the Chargers. Look, if you look back, the blackout rule, it was always with other. Like, no, dude. When the teams here give you a winning, like in any city,
Any city. I
in
hate
any
that
city,
argument too, by the way.
yeah.
I hate that argument.
When your team provides you a winning product, a lot of times people show out. Now, is it to the level that San Diego has shown this year? No. I think San Diego has really elevated itself in especially with the Padres. I'll keep it with the Padres, and showing the country what people here have been starving for, and that's more sports. I don't listen to our political leaders.
Right.
Don't listen to our local businessmen. Like, there are sports fans in this town. We know this, and we have known this for like decades. Whatever talking points the Chargers created to get their ass out of here, that's what they try to create. And they did a good job because you hear it all the time. But there is a real thirst for Major League sports in this town.
I hate the idea that people say, oh, some place is not something. Like, if you have a good team competing in anything, whether it be college, hell, high school basketball. I've seen high school basketball gyms so packed you can't move in them because they're good players in the gym. It literally boils down to that. When San Diego State was going deep into the tournament, that building was sold out, not with students, but from people who wanted to see good basketball played in their local town. Because that's how it works. I hate the idea, oh, they don't have fans there. Look at this, look at that. No, they suck. They suck. The Tampa Bay Rays can't draw because they suck. But when they went to the World Series, that ugly-ass stadium was filled.
Look, I've said this a million times. Just because the Chargers left San Diego doesn't mean that there's crappy sports fans. There's tons of sports fans in San Diego. They love sports. Listen, look, there are still Charger fans in San Diego that schlep every weekend to SoFi Stadium. And even myself, man, this weekend, on Sunday morning, I'm literally getting in the car.
What time are you waking up?
I don't really know, but I think my plan is to leave here like 9:30 Sunday morning. So I figure I would get to SoFi Stadium around like 11:30ish, and there's probably going to be some traffic, and parking's expensive as hell. And then I'm going to park way out, and then I'm going to walk in. But my point is that if you want to go to an NFL football game, you got to go to LA. When the Chargers moved, I would never consider ever going to a Charger game in LA, but I'll go to a Rams game, no problem. Listen, I really thought about going to this LAFC game on Sunday, but I'm like, LAFC, Rams, I'm going to go do Rams. Rams Niners.
Have you been to an LAFC game before?
I've never been.
It's amazing.
I've been told it's incredible. The 710 station up in LA that I work for, they're in business with LAFC. They bring a lot of people in. Dude, I think I showed you this. I got this like LAFC gift pack, which I think is
you got a
dope.
gift pack for one, bro.
Yeah, gift pack for one.
Yeah,
dude.
so
Alex, you want any of this? Look at this.
I went to the
really cool
I'll take all
LAFC
of
hat.
All of it.
Got this really cool LAFC hat. What else do I have? Oh, check this out. I got this really cool water bottle from LAFC.
Nice.
I got this bomb ass T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll take all.
I got this this little pin, this little LAFC pin.
Why don't you go to the Laker game too, since you up there?
I'm contemplating. Now the question is, can I get Rachel to really do an entire day of sports like that?
Take her shopping in between. Come on, big dog.
Yeah, but
Take
big dog, listen to me for a second. From the game, the Rams game, 1 p.m. to call it 4:30. By the time I get out of there and then I get up to downtown LA, there ain't no shopping time.
Listen, big dog, if you wanted to do the trip, baby, you gotta, what I'm saying, you gotta spend a little. Take her to a real nice restaurant in between. Take it, show her a good time.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
You should do half and half. You should do. What time is the LAFC game?
LAFC game's at 12. Rams game's at 1.
LAFC game first. You should do full LAFC game,
mm-hmm.
and then go to the Rams. You catch the second half.
Is Rachel going with you to all of these things?
Well, no. I mean, what was she gonna do? Meet me there? I mean, yeah, we're driving up.
Oh yeah, no. You ain't gonna get all three with Rachel. I would say two, and two. Go to the two where you can keep her attention the most.
There's a beautiful bar that overlooks the LAFC fan, like the 3252. Is that what they're called? There's a beautiful bar that overlooks that supporter section, and you have a corner shot of the entire field. Rachel will be just fine right there at
if
the
you
LA.
just give her a bar, you're fine.
Exactly.
All right,
There's a bar.
A
right
bar
there.
at SoFi or a bar at whatever this place is they're playing. Come on, man. What are we doing?
All right, let me do
60
this.
seconds.
Let me hit this break. Alex, how much longer? What do we have
60
left?
seconds.
How long?
60 seconds.
60? Okay, because I didn't start my clock. All right, listen. For everybody that is watching on YouTube Live right now, we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, 7 Mile Casino is only 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. It's a smoke-free environment. There's blackjack poker on one side. There is Sammy's Restaurant and Bar on the other side. And I want to tell you guys, for those of you that are with us right now in the live YouTube, I realize it's not as big an audience as we normally have when we air at 3 every day, but I'm loving it. And I love being in on the live chat. And Browner, I can see you in here on the live chat, which is great. Joe Rigby, Al Long, Christian Hogan, David P., my man Greg Bergman, my associate program director up in LA is in here. So shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We are coming right back, and we're going to try and blast through as many topics as we can in an abbreviated Friday show. This is Kaplan and crew. Stick around, everybody.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Rome comes home. Yes, I said it. You can now catch the Jim Rome Show Monday through Friday, noon until 3 p.m. on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. Back to San Diego, where it all started, on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
I thought I was okay. I had a degree, I had work experience. I should be able to provide for my kids. But they're just things that you don't plan on in life.
My husband got laid off, and we are a family of 5.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I would ask the doctors, what can I do? And they would just say, just make sure she's eating. Our lives just changed completely. Thank God that we always had a plate of food.
When your air conditioner needs to be tuned up, repaired, or replaced, call Bill Howe, the name you have trusted for over 40 years. We carry the most reliable, energy-efficient brands that will fit your budget. Whether you are looking for a traditional or ductless air conditioning system, you know who to call.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. Because we know how.
Do the ups and downs of the financial markets have you on a roller coaster? Don't let the market take you and your investments for a ride. Stabilize your funds with SDCCU's Great Rate Savings, Money Market, or Certificate accounts. Choose a savings option that meets your needs and watch your money grow with SDCCU. Earn 1.5% APY on a 12-month certificate or 2.5% APY on a 36-month certificate. Open an account at sdccu.com/now. SDCCU, it's not big bank banking, it's better.
Change the way you look and feel with San Diego's most comprehensive varicose and spider vein treatment facility. San Diego Varicose Vein Treatment Center offers minimally invasive, pain-free procedures performed by board-certified cardiologist Dr. Tahizadeh. With over 17 years of experience, we specialize in the diagnosis of varicose veins, spider veins on the face, hands, and legs, ankle discoloration, leg swelling, and more. Improve your vein health today. Visit consultation.sdveintreatment.com or call 619-582-2404.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
All right, great friends. We welcome you right back inside the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Loving everybody in our live YouTube chat. And for those of you that will be watching later in the day, because you're hearing about what's going on 1090 on the radio, love it, man. Glad you guys are all here today. 1090 listeners, YouTube viewers. Tonight, television, we're on Channel 4 San Diego, Channel 4 Santa Barbara, Channel 118 in Orange County, Channel 118 in LA if you've got Cox or Spectrum Cable. And you can find us all weekend long on all the different audio podcast platforms. All right, Grande Brown Man, short show today, handing off to the World Series on ESPN Radio. Are you guys ready to try and blast through as many stories as we can in a very short period of time?
Go.
Blast off.
We good?
Yes.
Okay.
Blast
all right.
off.
Here we go. We already started talking about this in the opening segment. Is San Diego really primed to get an MLS team? And Alex, if we are, you had the Galaxy in LA, then you got LAFC, and LAFC took over the Galaxy. I don't know what LAFC did other than getting a whole bunch of celebrities to be part owners of the team, but the fan base of LAFC, that's where the real fans are, I think.
They got my people. They are in downtown LA, and they marketed to downtown LA. They got a bunch of Mexican fans. They did a really good job of getting the Latino community involved, the Hispanic community involved. The LAFC, they really went in there, did their research, and marketed amazingly.
I love it.
I would still say the Galaxy, though, they do have a large fan base. I'm not when they score. I went to LAFC Galaxy in what's it called now? Dignity Health, whatever.
Yep.
And Galaxy fans showed out, dude. It was packed. It was sold out. So they did a good job of taking some fans, but the Galaxy still got their own.
You want to know the somewhat ironic part of this news story breaking that San Diego's close to getting an MLS team now? I have a lunch scheduled this afternoon with Landon Donovan.
Oh.
Just completely had nothing to do with this story at all. It wasn't like I called Landon.
Name drop.
Why bring it up then?
Oh, dude, total name drop.
Why bring it up then if it has nothing to do with nothing? Huh?
No. What I'm saying to you is that the lunch was scheduled before this news.
Is this an investment situation we got going?
I don't know what the situation is, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I just know we're going to a really fancy sushi place, and we're going to probably eat a ton of food. That's all I know.
Who's paying?
Is he calling that LAFC Austin game?
Is Landon calling it?
Yeah, he's been doing analyst work for Fox Sports.
I don't know if he is, but I do know that he's getting ready to go to the World Cup. And
so he's paying.
No, I don't think so. I think that
who invited who?
Okay, so
this is how we get distracted.
Yeah,
this is how we don't go.
This
bang,
is how we don't get into other topics.
Listen. No, these are real conversations people have. Okay, if the 19th most important person in San Diego goes to lunch or whatever brunch with Landon Donovan and a U.S. global icon when it comes to soccer, who pays? This is a real question.
Well, as Juliana just pointed out in the YouTube live chat, that is a lunch date name drop. Make no mistake, Juliana. Yeah. You know it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know it is, sister. So years ago, I had a friend of mine who really wanted to be an investor in the Major League Soccer team that was being discussed years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I introduced this friend of mine to Landon because Landon was obviously a really big, important part of that push back then.
Mm-hmm.
These two guys hit it off together, then literally went on several international trips together because they were trying to buy a pro club in parts of Europe. Never really materialized. Landon becomes the manager of the San Diego USL team, and the same friend of mine wound up investing monster chunk of money in the USL team because the expectation was that the USL team would graduate to become the MLS team. This is why, again, this lunch was set up long before this story broke. My questions for Landon today are going to be, if Saquon and this Egyptian billionaire are working directly with MLS, is anybody working with the local USL team because of Landon's name and fame? Is there not a partnership or a relationship getting ready to happen here? Because again, back to the beginning, the guy who invested the money in the USL team thought, well, you know what? When we become an MLS team, that investment's going to be worth 20 times what I put in. So I wonder if that is happening, because let me ask a quick question. If there's an MLS team in San Diego, do you have to have a USL team, and can the USL team survive?
A lot of times they don't. I think the only one right now that does is Charlotte. Charlotte is the new expansion team, and I think their USL team is the only one that is coexisting. A lot of times they just phase out. A lot of times they get absorbed or they get moved up. Cincinnati got moved up. Sometimes they get absorbed in like other places. So there was quotes from the loyal owner, saying like, we have done our job to be part of this community, and we are excited about our future. What does that mean? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, should the MLS group absorb, buy, partner with? I don't know. But what I do know is this, that if you've got Landon Donovan, one of the biggest stars in the history of U.S. soccer, and he lives in San Diego and he manages the USL team, you should probably want to work with him, because I just get the sense, and again, I haven't seen Landon or spoken to him in a little while, but I get the sense from him that either broadcasting or moving up to manage an MLS team is kind of more what he's thinking about. And that's pre-lunch guess. So I'll report back on Monday for everybody.
Yeah, ask him if he's ever going to have any interest in being the U.S. coach. That's
Okay.
where I think he's headed.
Okay, I will. All right, stories that we want to get to in a very short period of time. Again, keeping things hyper local. Been saying this all week. Haven't really paid attention to a lot outside of baseball, other than like the beginning of the Lakers basketball season, because who can avoid that? And I've been off the NFL wagon for a couple of weeks, but let's just get into it. Start off with college football. Does anybody know who San Diego State is playing this weekend? Because I've stopped paying attention.
I know USC is playing football.
Who's USC playing?
Can't remember.
Okay, so I guess you don't know.
I love the backhanded haterness that you guys have employed this season.
What kind of backhanded hated?
I don't have it.
Does anybody know who San Diego State's playing this weekend? Because I don't.
Well, because what I'm saying is that I got so involved. And by the way, you were like, dude, you never are this into baseball. You're always off into football by now. I got so into baseball that I kind of stopped watching.
But here's the thing.
Here we go.
You guys say,
now you're taking us off track. I thought we was busting through these.
No, we're talking about San Diego State. You guys are talking about how you're not haters. You always say, I'm not hater. There's ways to bring it up. There's tones. The great friends are smart. They can hear it. They can.
Yes.
Okay, because if you weren't a hater, and if you weren't about to do some spiel about how no one's paying attention, to
not really the case. No, not at all. It's me.
Would have been like, this weekend, the battle for the oil can.
Why are you jumping?
San Diego State heads to Fresno State.
You didn't even
a nationally televised game.
You didn't even give me a chance.
After the World Series, you could tune in to Fox Sports 1 and catch
San Diego State. Wrong. You got it all wrong. Listen, I don't know who USC is playing this weekend. I don't know who UCLA is playing this weekend. Hey, wait, Alex, I'll prove my point. I don't know who Pitt is playing this weekend. In fact, wait, I'll prove my point even further. I don't know who West Liberty is playing this weekend. It's not a San Diego State hater thing.
Here's my point.
It's I stopped watching college football like 2 weeks ago because I got so into baseball.
The Bulls are playing the Spurs tonight.
But you hear your tone though, right?
Not one bit.
Bears are playing the Cowboys on Sunday.
Okay. See, Browner's into his thing. He's into his teams.
Listen, great friends, go back to Tuesday's show. Watch the Gary Cooper interview. Same thing.
Nets 1-5.
Hey, Gary Cooper's a season ticket holder.
He ain't going either.
Gary Cooper doesn't want to go. He can't give his
tickets
away.
He's going camping. Actually, it's a yearly camping trip.
He's going to a wine. I thought he's going to a wine.
And his game is in Fresno. Who's driving to Fresno? You're talking about should I drive to LA to watch an event? Who's driving to Fresno?
Are you?
Haters. No.
All right, San Diego State versus Fresno State this weekend. And again, I've been like out of college football for a couple of weeks, but I do love the story of this kid who was the defensive back who became the quarterback. It's such a shame that these guys, you know what the San Diego State.
We need a different picture for this young man. Come on, dog. He look like he about to throw it out of bounds.
San Diego State.
That's what a safety looks like.
San Diego State is like the Indianapolis Colts. Every year they want a new veteran quarterback, and it just doesn't seem to work out. And Braxton Burmeister is like the Matt Ryan of San Diego State this year. But this kid, what is this kid's name?
You see, they're talking about. I don't know if they are. They're moving Burmeister
to what?
To like receiver or
Get
something.
Get out of here.
Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works. Wait, apparently, if you can move the DB to quarterback, you should be able to move the quarterback to wide receiver or DB. What's the big deal?
You're like a sixth-year senior. You've been a starting quarterback at Oregon, a starting quarterback at Virginia Tech, a starting quarterback at San Diego State, and now in your last 4 games, in the last 4 games, you're gonna play a different position.
He turns to Wes Welker. Trajectory, though, right? What if he turns into like Danny Woodhead?
You know, that's actually an interesting point. Like, what if he says, hey, I'm not going to be an NFL quarterback, but you know what? I've got 4 or 5 games to see if I could maybe become an NFL wide receiver.
Use my
according to reports from the Union Tribune, Burmeister is one of the fastest players on the team. Looks absolutely natural in the receiver group, and had only did 1 drill with the quarterbacks during practice.
What if he turns out to be the best receiver on the team and catches like
Yo, there's a picture of him. There's a picture of him. It looks like he's jumping 5 feet in the air in the UT. So maybe.
Dude,
that would be such bad player management, man. If this gets the best wide receiver.
What if he like has like a giant? What if he becomes like the next Cooper Kupp, you know? And he just turns out to be something great, you know, that nobody ever knew.
Adam Thielen.
I mean, if you want to extend your football career, why not? And you're clearly your trajectory is down from Oregon to wherever to whatever you said. Clearly, like, I mean, you're not cut out to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's try and extend my football life and try something else. Like, I'm glad the kid doesn't have the pride and he's trying stuff.
All right, let's keep going here because outside of the MLS team in San Diego and San Diego State versus Fresno State, and Alex is all caught up and thinking we're drinking some Haterade. Let's move into some of the other stories that we would normally get to later, but we're kind of rushing through today. Did anybody watch last night, Tampa Bay and Baltimore?
No.
I was shocked. I was shocked that Tampa Bay was a 2-point favorite in the game. They're a disaster. And the Tom Brady
Brady's
thing.
Personal life is a disaster.
Yeah, the Tom Brady thing, it's like
sad.
I so badly wanted him to like finish on top, and it's just never going to happen like that.
But I don't think it's over. That's the thing. I think he's playing next year.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think it's over. I
don't think there's a wife to tell him not to play anymore.
I think that this time period that he's going through is going to be difficult, and it's impacting his football playing ability. But once he gets through this, next year they get guys healthy. They probably bring a couple guys in here and there. He'll play again. He will play again.
I don't think
this is not the end.
I think it's over.
I think he's done with the Bucks. I don't think he's done. This dude is still throwing for 300 yards, man. Like, his arm is good still.
And his brain's good still.
Yeah.
I think
he's never been fast.
What do you think he's going to do? You think he gets done with the Bucks and he goes back to the Patriots and he finishes his last year? Him and Belichick try and win it together one more time?
I got your answer right now.
Let me hear.
The Colts.
They take him.
Come on now. You know they do it.
They take him.
That's hilarious.
Here's what the Colts are going to do. They're going to stink the rest of the year because, sorry, Sam Ehlinger. And then they're going to draft one of these. There's like 10 quarterbacks.
A lot of them
could get drafted in the first and second round. They're going to get Brady in, and then they're going to groom this kid with Brady for at least a year.
Okay. All right.
Write it down, Joe.
Because they have a great run game. They got a great offensive line. They've got weapons with Michael Pittman Jr. They have good players on the offensive side of the ball. So, I mean, if you're logically thinking, that's why people keep thinking it works with Matt Ryan. It didn't. It'll work with Carson Wentz. It didn't. Jim Irsay will definitely bring him in.
It worked with Rivers.
It worked with Phillip Rivers. They just couldn't seal the deal.
I'm not buying it. I'm thinking Tom Brady's done. Like, my opinion is that Brady's going to look at the situation and go, you know what?
You didn't see the clip this week, huh?
Which clip?
On Monday?
Which one?
They asked him, like, hey, so it's not – same thing we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's not going well. You know, the reporter was polite, but did bring up, like, outside noise, he said, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady literally goes, retirement is not in my future.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And this offseason, he doesn't have this whole, I want to spend time with my family. He doesn't have that at all. Zero.
And Bernard Thompson, great point. Gronk rested for a year, comes back next year with the Colts.
Well, did I understand that Brady and Giselle both released like statements because this is all playing out publicly, right?
Yeah.
God, I'll tell you guys right now, I know that
It's
we
sad.
look at
It is.
she's an international supermodel and a multi-gazillionaire, and he's like the greatest quarterback of all time and a multi-gazillionaire. And, we kind of just look at them as like people on TV or people that we know who they are. These are real people. There's kids involved. And divorce sucks. Take it from me. Trust me when I tell you. Divorce sucks. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how rich you are. It sucks for everybody involved. So now both of them had to put out statements. Is that right?
Both of them put out statements. Both of them saying, "Hey, they amicably have finalized their divorce already. So this isn't like they are filing for divorce right now.
That must be nice,
It's
man.
been going on for a
dude.
while. They have
God, that
well, I
must
mean,
be
when you
nice.
both
I know,
are
Browner, right?
bajillionaires.
Oh,
Browner, how great would that be? Like to just
man.
have it be amicable, right?
Oh, well, how
Gosh,
great would that be?
I know. I had a friend of mine who's a very, very
Man,
wealthy guy, and he
what a great time to
literally
get married.
he wrote a check to his ex-wife, and that was it. Like she's now got money for generations, and he's moved on with his life.
Oh,
But even still, even as smooth as that went, because the money wasn't the issue, because he gave up half, she took it, and they moved on. It still sucks. And then when
I
you
think
don't have money, then you find yourself in situations like me and Browner, where like it
Yeah,
just
man.
lingers and it never ends, and it's always
Never
a
goes
fight.
away.
Yeah, I know.
Linger.
I think for both of them, if you take the children out of it, which these kids are more teenagers, which is kind of why he was like, wait, nobody wants to hang out with me. If the kids are okay, I think the two adults will be okay. Because Tom Brady won't have trouble finding somebody else, and neither will she. And
No.
it got to this point because it had been over way before yesterday. Like, it'd been over for a while
I think it was over when he unretired.
and didn't tell her.
No, I think like something happened in the offseason.
I feel like maybe on that family vacation.
Now we're getting real TMZ right now.
Right, like
I think it was over when they went on vacation in the summer.
on the family vacation. He was like, "I just want to get back to my team," and she's like, "Relax, loosen
We're
up."
your team.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I
loosening.
think I
It's
mean
like
when
watching
he, when
film
he
in the
takes
bathroom.
when he takes a Friday off, doesn't travel with the team to go to Robert Kraft's wedding, and Giselle's not there. I think everybody knew, like, okay,
Yeah.
I mean, who goes to weddings without their wife?
Mm-hmm. All right, let me do this because we have a very limited amount of time. Because coming up at the top of the hour, for those of you that are listening on 1090, we're handing off to the World Series. Let me just keep rolling. Sunday, biggest game on the schedule is the Rams and the Niners. And I say it like that. And most of you who are listening, you might be thinking to yourself, really? Is that the biggest game of the weekend? It is. Because if we really, really look at the schedule this weekend, it's not really that great. I know, Browner, you're going to be excited about the Cowboys and the Bears, even
Yep,
though you
that's a
hate the
good one.
Cowboys.
No, see, I think you're not giving this week proper due. Cardinals Vikings is a good game.
Okay.
Because of the intrigue, Patriots Jets will be a good game. You got the struggling Packers against the Buffalo Bills. That'll be a good game. San Francisco, LA, always a good game. I think you got some good games on the schedule. You just gotta enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, I'll be watching them all day.
You just gotta enjoy them.
But I'm going to go to this San Francisco LA game, so I'll have the red zone on in my car as I'm driving up to LA.
You in the red zone, man.
What do you mean it's not safe? I can listen to it. I don't have to watch it.
Come on, guy.
Clarify.
What?
Really?
Come on, guy. Come on, guy.
Really?
What?
Why don't you just let Rachel drive and then you watch red zone?
I actually think my eyes are better while watching the red zone driving than her eyes are just driving.
That is the wildest thing.
That's hilarious.
What?
That is hilarious.
That is terrible.
I would say the same thing about Mara too.
Wow.
Seriously. She got her eyesight sucks, man.
Oh,
It
classic.
does.
That's funny. That is funny.
It
Are you
does.
guys gonna wake up Sunday at 6 a.m. to watch the Broncos Jaguars?
Bronco County, let's ride.
Yo, they keep giving the English folks these games. The game's not gonna grow in England.
If they keep giving them Jaguar games.
You gotta give them. They've only had one game with two winning teams, and that happened like when the Packers went this year.
And that's when the Packers were winning.
You keep giving them like the booty of the schedule every year.
Yeah.
Just put a team over there, man. Just put a team over there.
Stop doing those
No.
games.
No.
Yeah.
You get 8 games a year at home.
Put
Like,
the
quit taking them from your real fans.
Put Jacksonville over there.
Nonsense.
Put the entire
What do you mean
preseason over there.
nonsense?
Nonsense. I
Put the
mean,
entire preseason. They don't know better.
putting one
Put
team over there,
preseason.
no good. You want to put a division
what-
over there.
That's what the English clubs do for us. They don't come over here and play regular season games. Manchester United, Arsenal aren't playing here regular season, but do they come here in the preseason? Yes. And do we know better? No.
Put a team over there, man.
Listen up, Goodell. What does this guy always say on the top left? write the check. It's free or something, whatever.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Write the check. It's free.
Browner, when you give great ideas, write the check.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. Well, now, okay. Yeah. That's true. Cut the check.
All right. Listen, let me say this to all of our 1090 radio listeners, to all the 1090 listeners this afternoon. We're about to get out of here, and we're going to give it over to ESPN Radio and their coverage of the World Series. For everybody that is currently watching on YouTube, don't go anywhere because we will have a completely separate finish for you guys on the YouTube side of things. But radio listeners, I'm giving you a heads up. Top of the hour, Phillies, Astros, ESPN Radio's presentation of the World Series. And I think as we discussed at the very beginning, nobody really has that much interest in the World Series. But if you ask me who you're going to be rooting for, I'd be rooting for Philadelphia.
I got to tell you guys something after the show.
Like after we get off
World
the
Series.
radio?
No, like in the post-radio show.
Oh, but is everybody going to be involved in this conversation?
Yes.
So everybody who's in the YouTube live right now, they're all permitted to hear this. This isn't.
They will be permitted to hear.
This is not like private, real life, off air kind of stuff.
Correct. Nothing
Okay,
serious.
got it. Very good. Okay, hey, listen, another great week around here. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and I ask all of our great friends to support our sponsors. How do you do that? Go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com. All of our sponsors are listed there for you. Click on them, visit them, call them, support them. They support the show. You support them. That's what we're looking for. Win, win, win for everybody. Looking forward to what's going to be a great weekend. A lot of good sports stuff to talk about when we get back on Monday, and I'll have a full report on Landon Donovan and does he have any involvement in this potential MLS team that's coming to San Diego. 1090 listeners, have a great weekend. Enjoy the World Series. Peace out. And YouTubers, come over here because we're not done with you guys quite yet.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
The Rich Eisen Show airs Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. An engaging blend of insightful football expertise with an offbeat mix of humor and pop culture while continuing to attract the most recognizable names in sports and entertainment. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out, make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on Your View and yourview.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plan, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that, goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day that clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hola, I'm J.R. Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
We're the hosts for Subida, where we showcase California restaurants, music,
art, culture, and so much more.
We would love to talk to you about featuring your business on our show.
Yes, and as an added bonus, you get to keep the professional video segment to repurpose and use on your website or social media channels.
Please click on the link below to get more information about how to put your business on Subida.
We hope to hear from you soon.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Brought to you by Procopio, San Diego's largest law firm, committed to community, representing San Diegans for more than 75 years. You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plans, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day the clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
Joining me now is Paco Franco, Medicare Benefits Consultant with Clever Care. Thank you so much for joining us, Paco.
Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate it.
First off, we hear that Clever Care is a health plan customized for growing diverse populations. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most distinct differences of Clever Care is that we combine the principles of Eastern and Western medicine to our approach of healthcare. We believe in the complete well-being of our members and believe that wellness should be affordable. Anybody who's eligible for Medicare can join Clever Care Medicare Advantage HMO plan. We also have another enrollment period coming up called the annual enrollment period. This is the most popular one, which takes place from October 15th to December 7th. And during this time, you can sign up for a new plan, you can switch plans, you can leave a plan, or simply just return to your original Medicare.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westville High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jordan. And from St. Joe Southwest Middle School, Zar Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
Surf Soccer has been around for over 30 years. We're based here in San Diego, but we are the premier national youth sports brand in soccer. Our mission is to create experiences and opportunities for kids, and we do that here mostly in San Diego with our 1,000 kids, but we also do it through our events where we really help kids chase their dreams.
PNC Bank sponsorship helps the kids here. One, it is to continue to help fund facilities like this where the kids can come play soccer. Two, it is really through our scholarship program. There are a lot of kids in San Diego that have incredible levels of talent, but they can't afford to play on a team like Surf. And so a lot of our sponsorship dollars go back into scholarships to give an opportunity for kids who are low to moderate income to play on one of the elite teams in the U.S.
Having a partner like PNC who is community oriented and cares about the development of youth in the community is amazing because our missions are completely aligned and we're both driven by helping develop kids, and in this case through sport in San Diego.
The NFL lives here. If it's about the NFL, you found the right station. Join 1090 every Sunday during the NFL season for the exclusive SoCal home of not one, but 2 NFL games every Sunday during the season on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Congratulations to the 2022-23 San Diego County Teachers of the Year, Jacqueline Ma, Stephanie Cluxton, Amy McCoy, Juanita Nunez, and Melissa Raines. Congratulations to all the Teachers of the Year. We salute you and everything you do for your students.
Change the way you look and feel with San Diego's most comprehensive varicose and spider vein treatment facility. San Diego Varicose Vein Treatment Center offers minimally invasive, pain-free procedures performed by board-certified cardiologist Dr. Tahizadeh. With over 17 years of experience, we specialize in the diagnosis of varicose veins, spider veins on the face, hands, and legs, ankle discoloration, leg swelling, and more. Improve your vein health today. Visit consultation.sdveintreatment.com or call 619-582-2404.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.